Welcome on into Big Play, Big Bets. We got the big hats on. It's all brought to you by Tipico Sportsbook. Make sure you go download that Tipico Sportsbook app today. Get up to 5% cash back, the highest cash back any sportsbook in Ohio. They are changing the way that you bet over there at Tipico. Bet, earn, win. The more you bet, the more you're going to earn. Get up to 5% cash back on all your bets. Download Tipico today to check out what we are talking about. I'm Nick Padone. He is Big Play Dave. What is going on, my friend?
Nick,
happy PGA Championship
it only took an arrest to get you to finally bet on golf.
I know. We got my first ever golf outright winner. So I've had fun with some of the other promos that Tipico has put out there, just like to be a fan and have something to cheer for. Like the Masters, I think I bet no hole in one because they were doing the promotion of if there was a hole in one. So I've done that. I've done like top 10 finishes before, just because like that's kind of a fun way to at least have a fighting chance of your bet, I feel like. And then I've also done like Tiger Woods to make the cut a couple times, I feel like. Shout out the GOAT, Tiger Woods. But today I placed my first, I would say, real golf bet. Okay. You know, a $25 straight bet outright winner.
Who'd you go with?
On Scottie Scheffler. After this crazy morning, I had to do it. When I saw that mugshot of him in the orange, I was like, man, it would be malpractice if somebody at Nike wasn't rush ordering like a bright orange with a black swoosh and sending it out there to
the Sunday
Valhalla.
Orange.
Yeah, the Sunday orange this week would do numbers on the Twitter streets. But yeah, we have a golf bet in.
I love it. I love it. I love that you're getting into golf. It's a long time coming. Scottie Scheffler to win it. I don't mind that at all. He's already looking pretty good. He's probably going to be around, what'd you get him at? Like 580?
580. I took the big
like
play boost.
400-ish now.
Wow.
Probably going to go down.
Yeah.
He's always in it. So, yeah, I like that bet.
Shout out Tipico for, rushing to get that up. Obviously, it was a crazy morning with the arrest. Big Play was able to boost odds on Scottie Scheffler. We also, it was just a crazy morning because that happened, 7 a.m.? And then by 9 o'clock, he was on the course. Crazy morning for us. Crazy morning for Tipico getting that up. Crazy morning for Matt Fontana, who had a pretty good reaction to the news this morning on his show.
But what a morning for Scottie. The memes are crazy. The orange suit. What? What? Do you know the Tom Brady gif where he turns and
when he's in court?
Somebody goes, Tiger was seeing Scottie show up with a rage.
Someone said if Scottie goes in handcuffs and shoots a 64 on the same day, he's above Woods.
He can't do that little Scheffler shuffle with an ankle monitor on, bro. Is he a flight risk?
So we shall see what happens.
See, everyone is betting Rory, or a lot of people were betting Brooks. I think he was the most bet on. But
Reflog bet Brooks.
Like revenge tour Rory after the divorce. Which is giving you more motivation? You get divorced?
I know, or you get arrested.
Go to jail.
Yeah, I think arrested. Because I think like he's so clearly because to show up then to
they're both free.
The driving range at like he showed up at the driving range at like 9 a.m. like nothing happened. Like
incredible.
I think that's a little bit easier to shake off than a divorce. It's just like because it's just like what a crazy 2 hours. Whereas a divorce is a little heavier.
Yeah,
but yeah, some crazy storylines this week for sure.
All right, if we get a bogey out of Scheffler, I'll join you. I did not make that bet yet.
All right, sounds good. Let's flip the page to the NBA playoffs. We got a lot of good action coming your guys' way. Thunder Mavericks game 6. Dallas leads this thing 3-2.
Are you surprised that maturity veterans are taking down the Thunder thus far?
No. I think this has gone exactly how I thought it would. Really, yeah. The Thunder are good. They're way better than just like a young punchy team. So this is kind of just gone how I thought. Like the Mavericks, I like the Mavericks to win tomorrow and to cover the 3.5. Mavs in 6, get her done and punch that ticket to the Western Conference Finals. I will say they haven't really got much out of Kyrie this series.
Well, they haven't even gotten a ton out of Luka. I mean, he's doing good, but
Yeah.
he's putting up like 20 plus, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Are you surprised they're winning when those two aren't going for 30 and 30?
Yeah,
every night?
maybe a little, and maybe
bit, right?
they'll need a little bit more out of Kyrie and Luka in the Western Conference, especially final, especially when we look at this Game 7 coming up Sunday. Yeah, so they'll need a little bit more out of those guys at some point. I think just for here, you got to just kind of like what the Cavs were against, Orlando. You got to just weather the storm. It's kind of a little bit of an uglier series. Just get out of it with a win. But I think that happens in Game 6 on Saturday. I got Mavs in 6 covering that 3.5.
There you go.
All right, we'll flip the page to Sunday. T-Wolves at Nuggets. Game 7. Minnesota won Game 6 by 45 points. And Dave, you heard what Anthony Edwards said to the media afterwards, where he was telling the locker room attendants that he'd be back for a Game 7 in Denver.
Yep.
This is Denver's first ever Game 7 during this crazy 2-year run that they're on.
That's what happens when you go down 0-2.
Yeah, true.
This is tough. I like both these teams a whole lot.
I do too. I wish this was the Western Conference Finals right here. Yeah,
it should be. Whoever wins this game will be going to the finals.
No, all right.
I like to get that as a sound clip. All right.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Dallas could hang with potentially either of these teams and make it a really good series. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Yeah, I love Anthony Edwards.
Me too.
I think the Nuggets win it.
Okay.
Nuggets, Mavs, I think that'll be a really, really good Western Conference Finals. But Joker, man, you can't bet against Joker.
Yeah, you can't bet against Joker.
I feel like maybe you are though.
I am. I'm gonna just take I'll take the value on the road team here. Give me Ant riding that momentum and kind of the viralness of that quote that he was going back there for a Game 7, scoring 45 points there in Game 6. I mean, hey, all these young guys, Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, they all talk about becoming the face of the NBA. I think Anthony Edwards is doing it.
He's got a great chance.
He's got the charisma, and then it backs up, with his play. And you become the face of the NBA by winning these big time games. Game 7 on the road against the reigning champs, against the back-to-back-to-back MVP in Joker. I think this is how Ant becomes the face of the NBA. So I'm going to take T-Wolves money line.
It's happening this year, huh?
I mean, I think it's slow with all these guys, right? It slowly happens over the course of some time. But I think, man, this is a hell of a jump start if he's able to win this Game 6.
No kidding.
It's crazy too. Like, I remember his draft. People were like, this dude doesn't really love basketball that much. He went to Georgia. It's a football school. He wasn't really focused on basketball, some people thought, when he was there. Boy, has he silenced all of that and then some. And then some, because he's already one of the best players in the league. But
for sure. Ryan, we need a tiebreaker. I am Nuggets. Nick is Timberwolves. Flip the coin. What do we got?
I'm going with the Nuggets until you dethrone them. I mean, as good as Anthony Edwards is, I think Denver is the better team, and they're at home, so I expect them to close it out.
I'm curious.
Ryan Fate Padone.
I like it. That's fine. I mean, it is the smart bet. I'm just taking the value on T-Wolves and hoping for some fun with it. Denver's really good. I'm curious to see if Denver does win, which probably happens, especially because I bet Minnesota. I'm curious to see if Minnesota tries to do something big-ish this offseason. We've heard they might have an eye out there on Darius Garland, so I'm just curious to see if they try to make a big move or so to expedite their own timeline. Let's go to Pacers and Knicks.
Yeah.
This game will be going on Friday night as the show is out. If Indy wins, there will be a Game 7, but I think it's the Knicks, right? I'm not even going to say that there is going to be a Game 7. This is Game 6 is in New York, and I'm going to go with the Knicks.
Yeah, we got to cheer on our Tipico buddy Evan as well. Huge Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Only reason I would pull for the Knicks in this series. So typically, I hate everything out of New York,
I know.
They're the better
New
team.
York and Boston, man, like when you look at
flashes though, Indiana's looked good.
New York, Boston, I don't really like Indiana either, just because some of the, I mean, of the three that remaining, I guess I'd go with them. But I'm going to be pulling hard for whoever comes out of the Western Conference in the finals, because New York or Boston.
I don't even think it's going to be close. I think the West will
win the finals.
Yes.
Well, I agree. I agree. Yeah, we should clip that now and play it before like game one. Because no, seriously, because I think whether it's Boston, because dude, the Cavs were without everybody, and they hung in all of those games with the Celtics. The Cavs were a cover machine in that series.
Sweep or gentlemen's sweep for the finals for the West.
All right, and then let's wrap the show. We'll go Gardos on Saturday. Logan Allen, Bailey Ober. Allen's kind of TBD, but the broadcast said that he's pitching Saturday, so we'll see what happens with that. Who knows? Baseball's hard to predict.
We've had Minnesota's number thus far this year, though.
Yeah, and this is a big series. You know, like AL Central is a little bit closer, I think, to this point that some people would have imagined 25% of the way through the year. So come on, Guardians. Win Saturday, win Sunday, get a couple big wins here in the division. We know that these ones win more. We still, too, Dave, have our Kyle Manzardo thing going on.
How's that
because
going?
We're waiting for him to hit a home run is how it's going. So
what are the odds on that now?
Bet it every night. Yeah, plus the odds keep going up. So Guardians money line, Manzardo home run when it happens.
You don't have much faith in that.
At this point, we should put up a contradicting boost of what happens first. Manzardo hits his home run, or he gets sent back down. Like that would be kind of two fun things to pose against each other. No, I mean, he has
major league's a little bit different than minor league ball.
Yeah, it was cool. Jensen Lewis was talking about it, how just like it's different for pitching, you know, minor versus major, just like the albatross between like AAA and then major league is just like night and day. But I mean, he hasn't been completely atrocious. Like he's strung together some hits, but the strikeouts have been bad. And then we haven't seen the power that we saw in AAA at all. We haven't seen the home run yet. So things to look forward to this weekend for sure.
Heck yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Big Play, Big Bets this week. We'll run it back again next week to get you guys ready for the Eastern Conference Finals, the Western Conference Finals, the Guardians. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some other sports as well. Make sure you guys go download that Tipico Sportsbook app. Get you 5% cash back. Look at that. We will see you guys next week. Peace.